Why? With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin if you can help heal your skin from within? Dupixent helps keep you one step ahead of eczema with clearer skin and less itch.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
You've given me the world with all your love.
Only one show is with John Legend, the big dad move that got his kid's seal of approval.
They would come hug me and say, "Yay, Daddy!" I was like, I love this kind of affirmation.
Oh, and we're all about the EGOT winners because Rita Moreno will be here to get us hyped for West Side Story. I've seen it, fellas. It's fantastic.
I'm going to take your word for it.
It's fantastic.
By the way,
Happening now.
An update to a story we told you about last week. A truck stolen with thousands of dollars worth of mariachi equipment inside. The reward you could get if you help police find the suspects next.
Feeling fall-like, at least for now. Get ready for a wild temperature ride. I'll see you in a bit.
If you use Zoom video conferencing or the TikTok app, you may have some money coming your way. Coming up, we'll tell you who's eligible and when you have to claim it. The News at 5 starts right now.
At first at 5, one person in custody following an hours-long standoff on the east side. This is actually happening off Wheatley Avenue, not far from MLK Drive.
Law officers have been at the scene since around 11 o'clock this morning, forcing people there to stay inside their homes. Alicia Barrera is live at the scene. So, Alicia, have police updated you at this point?
Yeah, well, everything's finally cleared out after hours, but they're still investigating the home itself. They're still going through some of the evidence left there and hopefully being able to recover the weapon that was used in this entire case. But that update is that the person is in custody and thankfully no injuries to report. But just take a look at how extensive this scene was for hours today. Here's what police say happened. It all started as an argument that ended in family violence. There were 3 adults and some children inside the home. According to police, the suspect in this case is the husband and father of the kids. The suspect's brother-in-law confronted the man after an argument. That suspect had a shotgun, and police say he fired 1 round outside the home. We spoke to Sergeant Smith on the scene. He confirmed no one was hurt. The woman, her brother, and children did make it out safely, but here's why police took it so seriously, and they had so many blocks of Wheatley Heights neighborhood taped off for hours. SAPD was made aware that the suspect suffers from mental health issues, so police say they did everything in their power for that suspect to surrender peacefully, even at one point having a family member to help with negotiations. So again, that suspect, that man, has been placed under arrest. We know he will be charged with at least 1 count of felony family violence for aggravated assault. And around this area, there were a lot of families for hours wondering what was going on. We did reach out to SAISD, who confirmed that the nearby Gates Elementary was placed on lockdown, but officers were able to assist the kids during dismissal time. Live on the city's east side, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Right now, 3 suspects involved in an overnight murder remain on the run. San Antonio police say a 37-year-old man shot and killed at a Southside bar last night after he intervened in a fight between his wife and another woman. Investigators say that woman called her teenage sons to the Cubilete bar on Pleasanton Road near Loop 410 about 2 this morning. The 16 and 18-year-olds showed up, fired more than half a dozen shots, striking the victim, and then took off. At last check, none of them have been arrested.
Take a good look at these suspects. San Antonio police believe that they're connected with a theft case we told you about last week. A mariachi group with thousands of dollars worth of equipment stolen, along with their truck and the owner's belongings. Now SAPD says these men were caught trying to use the victim's credit card at a gas station on South Flores. If you recognize these guys or you have any information, you can call SAPD at 210-207-7345. The truck owner, meantime, offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who helps catch these guys. 4 students are dead, 7 still recovering, and a shooting that continues to shock the community. In the meantime, a family of 3 woke up behind bars today, accused of causing the heartache in Oxford Township, Michigan. 15-year-old Ethan Crumbly and his parents, James and Jennifer Crumbly, all charged for their part in last week's school shooting. The parents were arrested over the weekend in Detroit after they did not show up for their arraignment on Friday. Their lawyer maintains that the couple was not intending to flee the charges. They've each pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, but prosecutors argue they are partly at fault for what happened.
The parents are responsible, and I think that they should be held accountable. None of that would have happened if he had not had access to a handgun.
The Crumbleys bought that handgun allegedly used in the shooting less than a week before the incident. Prosecutors say they ignored warning signs that Ethan was showing signs he was planning the incident. The 15-year-old now charged as an adult. He has also pled not guilty. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office honoring a cadet who passed away last week. The body of Kevin Rowe was escorted from the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office today to Mission Park South Funeral Home on East Military.
He died during a physical training exercise last week. You can actually see cadet classmates saluting as his body arrives at the funeral home. The Bexar County Sheriff says he actually wants new body cameras and tasers. He also wants the Bexar County Commissioners Court to vote on it before the end of the year. So how much will it cost taxpayers? Patty Santos explains that and why the sheriff says it will affect the new policy on the release of incidents to the public.
Many deputies are currently using body-worn cameras, but the problem is the public has yet to see some of those images. Simply put, the sheriff says the problem is the technology.
The last Commissioner's Court hearing of the year is happening tomorrow. Sheriff Salazar wants the upgrades of the body cam system and tasers on the agenda, but says it was pulled and he doesn't know why. The new technology, he claims, will be the latest and fastest, which will allow his deputies to be able to release videos to the public within 30 days. That's also part of the upgrades. He's looking at a new policy on how and when body-worn camera videos will be released. The bundle contract would cost taxpayers about $9 million. The sheriff says getting tasers and body cam upgrades now will save taxpayers time and money.
It's going to look like this anyway in about 2 years, and it will have cost us about $1.3 million more over the course of that contract. But if we're able to do it now and get it, there's obviously, as you guys know, y'all have dealt with cell phones, y'all have dealt with appliances. If you bundle stuff right now, obviously, and to some extent, it could be considered a sales tactic.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
And weather-wise out there, you take a look at the conditions and our high temperature today, 72, but keep in mind that came early this morning. Shortly after sunrise, we were at 72 degrees and then the temperature fell off quite a bit. And so the low temperature, 58, will be modified, of course, in the coming hours, especially right before midnight. 62 at the moment in Del Rio, 61 in Schertz and Floresville at 64 degrees. But we have some 50s in the hill country, even Bernie, Rick's backyard right now at 57 degrees. Temperatures falling off gradually this evening through the 50s, and I think we'll settle down in the mid-40s tomorrow morning. Not as windy either. The wind is going to calm down, so that's one benefit later on tonight. Mostly cloudy. A few sprinkles could greet us out there. Not a big deal, just a weak system, but get ready for a big temperature roller coaster this week. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a bit, Steve.
Thank you, Adam. AAA Texas says the month between Thanksgiving and Christmas has the highest month of insurance claims. Many of those are a result of crashes in parking lots.
Samuel King joins us now with more on that. Samuel, AAA says there are some ways, though, you can protect yourself.
Ursula and Steve, one simple way is to simply pay attention because there's a lot of potential distractions in parking lots, as we know. AAA Texas says 20% of all collisions happen in parking lots. And even at low speeds, those crashes can lead to expensive bills or even severe injuries if pedestrians are struck. Drivers should be extra alert when it comes to looking for small children, pets, and people pushing strollers.
Drive slowly, avoid shortcuts, don't cut across the parking lot lanes or rows of parking spots.
I know many of us are guilty of that. Josh Uber with AAA Texas also advises turning on your headlights in parking lots and especially in darker parking. garages. As for this evening's traffic, let's take a quick look here. Stalled vehicle, this is 37 at Hackberry, so you can see there traffic flowing around it there, but just be on the lookout for that. Also, as we wrap up, a crash here westbound on Loop 151, 13 minutes approaching 1604. Thank you.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the newsroom with what we're working on for 6 o'clock today. It is a thought that too many of us have had. What would you do if you're out in public and someone starts shooting?
The shooter went to the parking garage, which is exactly where we were standing.
This couple was there when someone opened fire outside the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass yesterday. They were recording. Thankfully, no one was hurt in all of this. But today, they are talking about that terrifying experience, the panic and the chaos, with our own Courtney Freeman. Their story coming up. Plus, he is 102 years old and a figure of American history. Brigadier General Charles McGee, what Joint Base San Antonio did today to honor this Tuskegee Airman's long life and service to his country. That and more tonight at 6 o'clock, guys.
Looks like a great story there.
Great story, absolutely. Now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. Omicron concerns are now mounting, and there's some new requirements in place for international travel.
This comes at a time when the U.S. daily case average has surpassed more than 100,000 for the first time in 2 months. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest from L.A.
With the Omicron variant advancing across several states and countries, top health officials now on alert.
We are every day hearing about more and more probable cases, so that number is likely to rise.
While Omicron is confirmed in at least 17 states, it's the Delta variant that's been around for months that makes up 99.9% of all new cases, with surges happening in states like Minnesota and Michigan, where hospitals are overwhelmed.
This is a surge of the unvaccinated. Unvaccinated populations are really breeding grounds for new variants to emerge. So if you haven't had your first dose of vaccine, now is the time to get it. If you haven't had your booster, now is the time to get boosted.
In New York City, the mayor looking to get ahead of a holiday spike, announcing a sweeping vaccine mandate for all private employers with a deadline of December 27th.
It's not something we can't handle. We have the tools, but we have to use those tools aggressively. And we have to move quickly. And that's why I describe the actions we're taking today as a preemptive strike.
Also in New York City, children ages 5 to 11 will be required to show proof of vaccination for indoor dining, fitness, and entertainment venues starting next week. And those 12 and up will be required to have 2 vaccine doses for indoor activities. As Omicron and Delta fuel concerns of a dual-strain surge, health experts urging Americans to get their booster shots. Dr. Anthony Fauci on CNN.
Even with a new variant like Omicron, if you get boosted, you're going to get your level up, way up. We really got to be careful before we make any determinations. But thus far, the signals are a bit encouraging regarding the severity.
Meanwhile, new rules for international travelers start today. Everyone coming to the U.S. will have to show proof of a negative COVID test 24 hours before their flight, regardless of vaccination status or citizenship. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It is so pretty, but your Christmas tree can also pose a safety hazard. Coming up, what the San Antonio Fire Department wants you to know.
Plus, if you use TikTok or Zoom, you might have some settlement money waiting to be claimed. That story next.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Pam Hospitals.
Hi, my name is Kristen Meyer.
And I'm Andrew Herrera Mendoza. As veterans of the United States Navy, we want to salute you, our military veterans, families and first responders, and all those with a loved one not present during the holidays. Thank you for all you do.
New at 5, listen up. If you're a Zoom user or if you or your kids use TikTok, you maybe do a little cash. It's because of some class action lawsuit settlements. But as 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz explains, it's up to you to claim it.
The pandemic brought on a Zoom boom, gatherings by video conferencing. Now users may be due some cash. Zoom settled an $85 million class action lawsuit. It accused the company of sharing users' personal info with third parties without consent and not doing enough to prevent Zoom bombings. The company denies any wrongdoing. Here's who's eligible. Between March 2016 and July of this year, if you paid for a Zoom Meetings app subscription, you may receive about $25. If you simply used it, you could get $15. But if you only used an enterprise level account or a government account, then you're not eligible. Claims have to be filed by March the 5th. We have a link to do that on our website. Now TikTok, the popular social media app for sharing short videos. Its parent company, ByteDance, settled a $92 million class action accusing it of violating data privacy law, which the company denies. If you or your kids use TikTok before October 1st, you can file a claim for a small piece of the payout. That deadline is March the 1st. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Now to a Christmas safety alert from the San Antonio Fire Department. It's not something you think is going to happen to you until it happens to you. And according to the National Fire Protection Association, about 160 home fires are sparked by Christmas trees every year. It's why the San Antonio Fire Department held a fire demonstration this morning to show just how dangerous a poorly cared for tree can be to your home.
Nearly 1 in 5 Christmas tree fires were started with decorative lights. In this situation, this is equivalent of putting a 5-gallon can of gasoline in your living room.
Now, you can help prevent a tree fire by choosing, first of all, a tree with fresh green needles and being sure to water it every day. Turn the tree lights off if you leave and before you go to bed. And of course, make sure you have a working smoke detector. You can read more about all this at KSAT.com.
Live cam, 60 degrees out there. It's a nice view of the sky as things cooled off rapidly today.
Yeah, rather quickly. Earlier this morning, shortly after sunrise, we were around 70 degrees, and then the temperature really tanked and fell off. And it feels fall-like for now, but that's not going to last very long. Get ready for some big temperature swings. The humidity will briefly return, along with some record-challenging warmth, and then another strong cold front to talk about. So let's get to it. And really the best way to look at this is the big picture outside. Look at the temperatures across the nation right now. You see the core of the cold air. Up in the Northland, Bismarck, 5 above in North Dakota, 5 in Minneapolis, 6 below in International Falls, Minnesota. That's clearly the core of the cold air. We just got clipped by this cold front, and we're not going to have that Arctic air moving down. Actually, our temperatures are going to rebound pretty quickly here over the next few days. Look at our readings now. 64 Pleasanton, 54 in Kerrville, 55 right now, Eagle Pass, 63 in Victoria, and Cotulla still at 68. We're cooling from the north to the south with that northerly wind. But jacket weather tomorrow morning, this is what we're expecting. A calm wind, thankfully, but temperatures down in the upper 30s, in the hill country. Kerrville 39 along with Fredericksburg. 40s elsewhere. Outside of the hill country will mostly be in the 40s, from 43 in Hondo and Canyon Lake to about 45 downtown San Antonio. And then tomorrow afternoon, we make it well into the 60s, even near 70, closer to the Rio Grande. So temperatures will be rebounding a bit. It's going to be very fall-like again tomorrow. But check this out. By the end of the week, we're looking at some record-challenging warmth here. Even by Wednesday, we're well into the 70s. Thursday, lower 80s. Friday, we're expecting high temperatures in the mid-80s. The record high on Friday is 85, and that's what we're actually forecasting right now. So record-challenging warmth for the end of the work week, and then bam, you can see when the next cold front hits. By this weekend, very fall-like again. High temperatures closer to 60 degrees. The wind has been a headline today. It's been gusty. Actually, max gusts of about 35 miles per hour at the airport in San Antonio. However, the most recent gusts are closer to 20 miles per hour, and the wind will continue to dissipate and pump the brakes over the next several hours and really calm down overnight. But that north wind cleared out the humidity. It was pretty thick yesterday. It's gone now. Dew points mostly in the 30s. And that's going to change. By Thursday and Friday, you'll notice the stickiness. By the weekend, the humidity's gone again. So 2 days this week, Thursday, Friday, where it's going to be muggy. When the cold front came through, we got a few showers, especially Lavaca County, parts of Gonzales County as well. And now we just have this upper disturbance over Mexico that could generate a few sprinkles late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Maybe a few hundredths of an inch here and there. Not a whole lot really with that upper disturbance, but it just gives us that slight chance of a few sprinkles late tonight and early tomorrow morning for the commute, but should not be problematic. By the afternoon, decent amount of sunshine from 45 in the morning to 65 into the afternoon, still low humidity. And we talked about those big temperature swings. 80s Thursday, Friday, closer to 60 this weekend. And notice that low temperature I highlighted Saturday night. I think even in San Antonio, down in the mid-30s. Something to watch.
Boy, it is a roller coaster. Thank you.
All right, the Spurs, talking about a roller coaster, they're on the way up.
Yeah,
Greg.
This has been a great road trip for them. They had the 2-game win streak going before they left. They beat teams like Portland and Golden State. Now they have their eyes set on Phoenix tonight in the Valley of the Sun. We'll get you ready for that game. And the Roadrunners are headed to Frisco coming up. San Antonio Spurs have surprised a lot of folks by winning their first 2 games of the West Coast road trip and at the same time extending their win streak to 4 games before facing the Suns tonight in Phoenix. The Spurs became the first team to end at least a 10-game home win streaks in back-to-back games, as they did with victories in Portland and more recently Golden State on Saturday night, becoming the first team to do that since, guess who? The 1994 Spurs. Only that year they reversed it by beating the Warriors first in the Blazers. During this 4-game win streak, Derek White is averaging 19.5 points a game and is coming off a 25-point performance against the Warriors to lead the Spurs, including this crucial 3-pointer off a Keldon Johnson missed free throw with under 2 minutes to play to seal the 112-107 victory.
I had some good looks earlier. I just didn't make them, so I felt like I was due for one and try to stay in it, do the things that we work on every day, and was able to knock it down.
He's feeling healthy. He's got his rhythm back. His confidence is there, and we've been waiting for that, for a while. So he's been really special.
All right, tip off tonight, 8 p.m. in the Footprint Center. The newly crowned Conference USA champion UTSA Roadrunners are headed to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl on December 21st, where they'll face San Diego State. The 12-1 Roadrunners found out on Selection Sunday after they were able to hold off Western Kentucky 49-41 before over 41,000 in the Alamo Dome to claim their first ever Conference USA title and their best season ever. The Aztecs are 11-2 after losing their Mountain West Conference championship game to Utah State 46-13. Now the Roadrunners will be trying for another first, their first bowl win in team history.
I'm excited for our players, obviously, because it's close to home, and our crowd will travel, and we're excited about that. With the momentum we have right now in the city and our fan base and students, and just in the state of Texas, honestly, we're just excited. We have a lot of players on our roster from that area, and it's just good to go back and be close to home.
No matter what game we're playing with, if we were 0-3 and had one more game left, we really wouldn't care. We want to make sure we put our type of football on the field and make sure we make Coach Traylor proud and really show what we can do.
Congratulations to head coach Jeff Traylor today, named the AFCA Regional Coach of the Year. They cannot say this, but I can. They deserved a much better bowl than this.
Absolutely.
Because this is the bowl they were invited to last year. They had to be called off due to COVID, and they only had 7 wins.
Yeah. They've actually been to better bowl. I mean, they went to the Sun Bowl one year, right?
Well, they went to New Mexico Bowl, right?
The New Mexico Bowl,
right.
That was it. Yeah, thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.
Most of us in the 40s tomorrow morning, 60s by the afternoon. But notice how those temperatures really climb throughout the week. I mean, we're talking low to mid 80s Thursday and Friday with humidity. So fall-like now, spring-like for the last 2 days of the work week and some morning fog then. Then a strong cold front slams us Friday night, really dropping temperatures for this weekend, highs near 60.
Thanks, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.